Dave Rowland lived like the world was his mirror. Everything and everyone was a reflection of him, his needs, his moods, his ambitions. He cut cues unapologetically, never answered calls if they weren't about him, and he'd never once remembered a birthday other than his own. In his eyes, he wasn't selfish. He was just focused. People were distractions. Feelings were liabilities. Love was a... Then, on a humid Tuesday morning, something unexpected happened. On his way to get an overpriced espresso, he heard a sound. Soft, insistent, helpless. He stopped. There it was, just by a trash bin near the corner of 5th and Main. A baby, wrapped in a blanket, wide-eyed and crying. Dave looked around, certain this must be a prank. A social experiment, maybe, but no one came forward. His first instinct was to dial the police. They transferred him to Child Protective Services, who put him on hold. After 20 minutes and 3 different departments, he hung up. He tried the police station. No help. The church turned him away, citing no authority or resources. The firehouse offered him a blanket for the baby, but nothing more. Frustrated and bewildered, Dave returned to his condo with the baby. He held it like one might hold a ticking bomb, awkwardly and with suspicion. That first night was a nightmare. The baby he started calling her Pip cried, wailed, and refused to sleep unless held. Dave, who never let anyone interrupt his sleep, paced the floor at 3 a.m. singing off-key lullabies from commercials he vaguely remembered. By the second day, he'd bought bottles, diapers, and formula. He Googled everything: how to hold a baby, how to stop baby crying, why baby poop green. His apartment, once pristine and lifeless, now had the chaos of rattles, burp cloths, and the constant hum of a white noise machine. Each day cracked away at Dave's old world. At first, he put an ad in the local newspaper. Found, infant girl, left near 5th and Main, contact for details. He checked the phone obsessively for updates. Nothing. Days became weeks. Weeks bled into months. Slowly, Dave stopped noticing how messy his schedule had become. Morning meetings were missed because Pip needed feeding. Dinners were cut short because she was teething. But he no longer minded. Her laugh, unexpected and bright, woke something in him. Something ancient. Something real. He started taking Pip on walks in the park, telling her stories about the sky and trees like she could understand. She clung to his pinky finger, and he beamed with pride. Her first giggle made him cry. Her first steps made him cheer like his team had won the World Cup. By the time Pip turned 1, she wasn't just part of his life, she was the heartbeat of it. Then, the call came. A woman's voice, trembling. "We saw the ad. We've been searching for her. She's our niece. Her mother died. We didn't know she'd been abandoned until it was too late." They had documentation, photos, a birthmark they described exactly. It was all real. Dave didn't sleep that night. He watched Pip as she slept, her hand curled around the tail of her favorite stuffed rabbit. His heart, once a fortress, now ached with the weight of love. For the first time in his life, he faced something he couldn't control: loss. When the day came to hand Pip over, Dave dressed her in her favorite yellow dress. He packed the rabbit, the blanket, and a note. Just 3 lines. "You saved me first. I was half a man until you cried in my arms. Love big, little Pip. The world doesn't revolve around you, but it will love you back." He watched from a distance as Pip was lifted into the arms of her family, giggling, waving at him with her tiny hand. The days that followed were quiet, too quiet. But something had shifted. Dave no longer walked past strangers without nodding. He no longer tuned out when friends spoke. He volunteered at the shelter near 5th and Main. And every Sunday, he visited the park sitting on the bench where Pip first laughed, hoping one day a little girl in a yellow dress might come running back, rabbit in hand. And though the world no longer revolved around Dave, for once he finally understood it. And he was okay with that.